Hi coach, first of all, in a good form, Odisha FC, good wins in your kit. So how do you think Northeast United, a team which is lying at the bottom of the points table, but obviously it's football, you're not going to take any kind of risk, how are you going to approach this game?
No, we will approach this game as we approach every single game. I think we have a lot of respect for Northeast. It's a team that the last games is playing quite well. The last two games they faced two very strong opponents like ATK and Mumbai, and in certain moments they kept the game very close for them. Even away in ATK they were drawing until the last moment, and it's something that we have on mind. Every single game in this league is difficult, and as I said, a lot of respect for them, and we take the game as we take every single game. We are training very seriously, we are preparing the game very well, the boys are working very hard, and I expect also tomorrow an equal game. I don't expect a game that it will be easy, and I think that if we want to win, we need to work very hard, we need to be very concentrated, we need to do the right things in every single moment, and of course the opponent for me is a strong opponent, and this is the mentality that not just I have, also the players have.
Coach, we have seen a lot of games where Odisha FC have come back from behind. So how does that affect the mentality of the players, and how is that a confidence booster for the players?
Look, of course, as a team, we always want to start winning and win the game, but sometimes it's not possible. I think that the league, as I said, is very equal. All the teams can win every single game, and we are winning the game because we have this strong mentality. We fight until the end, and we come back to the games because we have this mentality, this spirit to win the game, despite that sometimes, of course, it's football and you cannot win every single game. But what we can assure is that we will work hard until the last whistle of the referee, and this is our mentality.
Coach, Nanda has been in fine form. He has netted 3 goals in the last 4 games now, and he's been playing really well and is one of our key performers this year. So, what do you think about his performance, and how do you see him through the season?
I think that we don't need to discover Nanda. I think he's a good player. He's a player that is doing well, and the way the football that we play with open wingers is allowed to him to show more his potential. And he's in a good form, but he's in a good form because the rest of the team also is working very well. And when the team is doing well, they have more kinds of situations that the wingers and the strikers can have more chances to score. And I think that I'm happy with him, with all the team, but also with him and also Jerry, because as a wingers that they are, it's not just they are working with ball, they are working without the ball, and they are helping a lot in defense, and with the high pressing that we are doing. And I think that all the team is doing well. For me, it's difficult to say that a player, for me, the team, and the power of the team make that the things are going well.
Coach, your thoughts on Amrinder and his performance so far, being the goalkeeper and being a wall in front of the goal for Odisha in most of the matches?
Yeah. I think that it's very important for us to have a goalkeeper of his quality. This makes a lot of security to the back line, and for sure that is something that he's talking about. He has experience, everybody trusts him, and he's also a player that from the first day that he comes, he showed his hunger to do something nice this year. And this is our aim, is to try to go game by game as we go, and we'll see where we are at the end, but we want to put our step in this league and try to win the finals and try to go ahead.
Coach, adding to this question, in terms of, we have seen a lot of, key players coming in this year, in terms of Narendra, Susairaj, Amrinder, and a lot of key players that the club has signed. So, what do you think their impact has been on the overall squad, playing in the Durand Cup and so far in the season?
For sure. We have a strong team. It's something that I tell the players the first day that we meet. It's not that that this year is not I don't want excuse. We need to work very hard and we need to try to win the games, you know. And it's not excuse for this. We have a good squad and we need to do it. And these additions, these players are big additions for us, and also the players that come from overseas, like Saul, that today is here with us, Carlos, Victor, Diego, Pedro, Sama, all of them were fantastic, and also it's not just what they bring on the field, it's also the good environment that we have outside the field, and also you can see that it's the reflect of the field. No? You can see that we scored the last goal and everybody go there to celebrate together. And this is because the environment of the team is good, it's nice, we are working together, and it's not egos, and this is something that we have a good communion with the coaching and players. And all is going well, and we need to keep this until the end.
Coach, we have seen glimpses of Victor, through the season, and so a lot of the questions surrounding Victor is like, when do we get to see him, play a good half or a full game? What is the situation with Victor?
Yeah, Victor is a player that has a lot of quality. There is no doubt. He's a player that he came here to India with a 1 year gap in his career because he was injured. And he come back, he started the season with us. He was very good, and just the week before, or 2 days before to start the Duran Cup, he got injured, and this made that he stopped his progression. Now he's fully fit, but also it's true that now in this moment we are in the competition, and everybody is running his 100%, and sometimes the games are not for a player that is coming back from an injury. 2 weeks ago against ISL, he was a key player for us. That last game he was 100% fit, but in that moment I feel that it wasn't the moment to bring a player in, because as you know the rules, if you bring one foreign, you need to take out another one, and the back three players that are playing at that moment were doing very well, and the game was more to defend the result than to go to attack. Every game is different. He's ready. And I hope that I can bring him slowly in the team, and when he will be fully fit, I hope that we can start him, because it's not just him, it's him and Sosairak. If we can have in the second lap of the league 2 additions, Sosairak and Victor, to our squad, is a very good, winter market for us, that we don't need to go to farm players. We have these players in our squad. And I hope and I wish that both of them can help us a lot in the second half of the season.
Coach, any injury concerns going into this game?
No, we have the same Sosairak that is recovering from a long-term injury, Shuban that is recovering from a long-term injury. The rest of the team is ready to play and can play tomorrow.
Saul, how has it been so far playing in the Indian Super League, your first stint outside of Spain? How do you feel being here?
I think it's a very good league, a very equal league. I think all team is a very similar player, have a very similar players, and I think it's very equal league.
How has it been so far playing under coach Josep Gombau?
I think he's a very good player. I helped me because in the last season for me it was a good season, and I need play, I need confidence, and the coach helped me.
Saul, first time in Odisha FC as well. What has been your conversation with other Indian players and most of the players in the team? How are you conversing, how talking to them? What has been the discussion so far? Discussion with the players.
Very good. The local players is very good persons, very good players. The communication is difficult, but few is better.
Tell us something about the infrastructure here at the Kalinga Stadium and the support that you get from the fans.
For the fans, it's important for the team, the fans, support the fans because in the Kalinga Stadium is very important, and in the match is important.
Saul, what are your expectations from the team this year based on our performance so far? And what are your personal targets that you want to achieve this year with the team?
I think a good season because for me in the one season the team have a 4 or 5 important match. One match for me is this match because it's the one of the 3 games for the last season.
Good, Saul, final question. Any message for the fans before you play tomorrow at the Kalinga Stadium?
The message is we need the support, the fans, because we need to win this match.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Welcome.
the